Hey, what's going on, everybody? Your boy DJ City Manos. And in this video, I'm going to talk about scratching. So let me tell you a little something about myself. I started DJing way back in 1988. Was a long time ago. And when I first started, I played nothing but hip hop. I was young. I played a lot of hip hop in the 80s, and in the 90s. I think like around mid 90s, I switched over from hip hop and I started playing a lot of Latin music, because when I started doing quinceañeras, a lot of parents used to tell me, "Do you have any music for us? For the adults." And at the time, I just played a lot of English music. So I started playing some Spanish music, and I went into it started hitting a lot. So it was called Crevadita. So I started playing a lot of Crevadita music and cumbias. So basically, I just left the English music alone for a while. So that was the 90s. 2000 is when I moved to Arizona, and I transitioned to a laptop. And I remember in 2000 is when I first was introduced to the software Virtual DJ. But at the time, I think it was called Automix or Atomics. I think it was Automix or Atomics. I was introduced to it, and I started using the laptop in 2000. And I still had an old school mixer. But when I first started, like in the 80s, 1980, I started DJing in 88. The mixers used to have a toggle switch, and basically a toggle switch is like a small little switch, a little small switch, and I used to activate the phono was up and the line was down. So I got used to going up and down, up and down. So when I scratched, it was a toggle switch. I used to go up to turn it on and down to turn it off. I never used the fader. And my hand movement, got used to going up and down. So now the dilemma that I'm in, the new mixer doesn't have any toggle switch. So what I do now is I still have the up and down movement. So here goes a fader. So if I want to scratch on this right here on the right side, I gotta turn my wrist. I have my wrist up and down right here. So basically, I'm still doing the up and down movement, but I just turn my wrist pointing that way. So I'm going up and down. And then when I scratch on this side, I turn my wrist this way, and I'll go up and down, up and down. So let me give you an example. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to go up and down. So I'm going up and down. See, up and down. So now this one here, I'm going to go up and down. So I'm going to reverse it. So up and down. So I'm going to go up and down. Hold on. Oops, turn it on. My bad. It wasn't on. So up and down. So now, what I'm trying to do now is trying to program my brain to do this hand, the left, doing this way. The way people normally scratch, they go. So to accomplish this, every week I'm gonna practice a scratch, just messing around. And what I'm gonna program my brain is to do is pretend I'm tapping, because hold on. Let me do this one right here. Can you guys see this one? So pretend I'm tapping. So basically I'm just tapping. So I'm gonna program my brain to do this, like I'm tapping. But the only problem is my thumb. I gotta program my brain to bring it back. So let's do a practice real quick and see if it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be super hard because I'm used to going up and down. See, it's kind of hard. It's hard. So I'm trying to program my brain to go this way, but my reaction is go the opposite. Yeah. See, it's easy for me to go the opposite. So that's my dilemma. And for this side, my left hand, I gotta practice the movement also when I scratch. So I'm gonna start practicing the movement. Because with this hand, the fader is fine. I could do this with no problem. It's always the left hand that's having a problem with the left hand doing this and the left hand doing this. But with this hand right here, I don't have no problem with this, you know. You know, I don't have no problem with that. Let me see. Hold on, let me do this one real quick. Let's rotate that one to this one. You know, but with this hand right here, like I said, I'm having trouble, you know, bringing it back and releasing it. This hand is goofy, man. It's goofy. Anyways, your boy DJ Settymani's got practice. I got to practice with my left hand, with the fader, and with the up and down, the turntable or the platter. But like I said, with this one right here, it's the same thing. With the left hand, I'm gonna have to practice. You know what I mean? So here's your DJ Settymani dilemma, and I'm gonna practice. So I'm out of here. Peace.